Hi lovers, today we are having a serious talk. So I want you to pay attention. I'll move closer if you're far away from your screen. And I'm talking to the men and the women today. And this is because I got a feedback. I've been telling you guys, you're giving me feedback. Oh, let me know what you're going through. Let me know what's going on with you. Let me know if you need advice or anything. Somebody sent me what would I call this? Is it a question or somebody reached out to me and asked me how one gets out of a situationship, asking me basically about situationships, And I thought, okay, this would be a good reason to do a video so that, it's not only the person who benefits, but other people will benefit as well. Because I know that a lot of people are on this table. You're welcome to Ease Desire by Tiwa Says, and I am your pleasure coach. So like I said, today I'm going to be talking about situationships. Don't carry your eyes. Look at me, eyeball to eyeball. I know that a lot of people, like I said earlier, are on this table. Everyone is in, let me not say everyone. A lot of people are in one ship or the other, one situationship or the other. And at the end of the day, you now get stuck. You don't know, I know people who have more than one situationship. You have a situationship, What are you having situationship all about? And the funniest is that some of these people who have situationships, they have relationship. They have serious relationship. And they are still having situationship. And even if you don't have relationship and you're having situationships, about how are you now going to have a real relationship? Because you are ladened, by these situationships. Yeah, dragging you here and there. So you will even not have time for a real relationship. Anyway, today I am here to help you. And I'm going to be giving you a few tips on how you can detach. You can remove that, even if it's padlock. I'm here to give you the right key that you're going to use to open that padlock and set yourself free from this situationship so that you can move forward. And the first tip is that you have to first acknowledge. They say when you accept that you have a problem, when you know that you have a problem, then it's 50% solved. The remaining is just action or inaction, So, but once you have acknowledged there's a problem, then we are on the way to solving it. So first acknowledge your feelings. Acknowledge that yes, you are in a situationship, Acknowledge that, okay, this is not what I want. Because definitely you know what you want. In your heart of hearts, you know what you want. You know that, this is not exactly what I want. I'm just managing it because a lot of people who are in situationships say, okay, they are just there because there's nothing else, or they are just there because they don't have the real thing. They are just managing. You shouldn't be managing. If you feel like you're not getting what you want from a situationship or a relationship, then you should leave it. Even if you don't have any other thing, you should leave it, because that's what gives you self-worth. It's when you don't have self-worth that you'll be thinking, well, let me just stay there. Let me manage. As I don't have another one now, let me be managing this one. You are consciously or unconsciously, you are, bringing yourself down. You are, it's affecting your self-esteem, because you keep managing and you keep lowering your standards. And then when the right person comes along, it's difficult to behave, because you have already brought yourself so low that if the person is even coming with the right intentions, you might not be able to behave properly or to accept the person, because you are used to less. And then everything will be like a wonder to you, like, oh. And then sometimes you even sabotage yourself because you are not used to the right thing. You are used to the wrong thing. And then when you see the right thing, you now think, no, you now start getting suspicious, or you now start misbehaving like, I'm not used to this, or this is not it. So first thing, let's not deviate. First thing is that you acknowledge that there's a problem here and this is not what you want. And then you move forward. And the second thing is that having acknowledged and identified that there's a problem, this is not what you want, you rather be somewhere else, or you rather have something else, then you need to communicate. You need to communicate this to the person you're having a situationship with. I know that some people who are in situationships and then they want to get detached themselves, they just detach like that without communication. You don't talk to the person, maybe you just ghost the person, you just block the person, or you just, I think ghosting is the word, you just ghost the person and that is it. You do not communicate. So, and that is not having closure, because that way, if you decide one day that you are done ghosting, you can go back now, or you see the person somewhere, or you are feeling vulnerable, it is possible for you to go back because you have not severed the lines, you have not severed the strings that is attaching you. So you should communicate, have a sit down. Communication, I'm big on that. Have a sit down with this person. Okay, this is what's going on. I know we've been in this thing, blah 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 blah, and then it might have sufficed for a while or for a certain period of time, but now I don't think I want this. I want something better. I want this, and I don't want that, and all that. You make it clear to this person so that the person doesn't feel. The person knows the reason why you are letting go, and the person doesn't feel like, oh, you are just being callous, or you are just what's happening. Just don't leave the person in the dark. Be clear about what you want and what you don't want. So let the person know that, oh, this is not working for you anymore. It may have worked for a while, it might work for a season, or for a reason, but somehow you want better and you do not want this anymore. So you should do that. Clear the air, let the person know, and live on amicable, live on an amicable ground. Don't let the communication be clear that, okay, except if the person is trying to be funny and all that, but even if the person is trying to be funny, you've made yourself clear and you've said what you want, and that is what is important. That is closure for you. Okay. So the next tip I'm going to give you is that even haven't done that, even if you have told the person that, okay, I'm out of this. Some people make the mistake of leaving one situationship and entering another situationship. Do not do that. If you know that, because what's the point now? What's the point of leaving something and then going in fry pan to fire, or fry pan to fry pan? Say, why don't you just jump out of the fry pan and stay on normal ground? So if you come out of a situationship, I would advise that you just stay, you just be by yourself. Just give yourself some space, because you need space to refresh, to gather your wits together, to think, to be clear, to just breathe. You don't have to be, because I know some people have this mentality of, I have to be with somebody, you don't have to be with somebody. Be with yourself, enjoy your company, like yourself. Don't use other people as, oh, if I'm not with somebody, there's something wrong with me, or if I'm not with somebody, I'm not good enough, I don't like myself. No. When you like yourself, you are good enough in yourself, you like your own company, and you have given yourself, you have self-worth, and you love yourself. That is when you can now extend it to somebody else. But if you don't have self-worth and you're waiting for somebody else to give you, you can't even get it from somebody else. So the person is going to start from where you stopped. So if you are coming out of a situationship and then you are entering another situationship, the person is just going to continue from where you stopped. And this person is going to be communicating with you from that, the standard that you are brought, which is the standard of a situationship, which is the standard of, okay, let me just do this for this. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, I just need this now. Okay, I'm not ready for a relationship. Or I just don't want to be alone. I just want sex and all that. See, there's no, this is not me trying to say that, okay, there's a problem with just wanting sex. There's no problem with just wanting sex, if it's sex you want. But then you don't have to get yourself entangled in what you don't want just because of that, just because you want sex and all that, And then if you are willing to, like I said, I mentioned self-worth. So if you have some form of self-worth, you should be able to say to yourself that, okay, I'm not going to do this for this. I'm not going to do. And then in the age that we are now, you don't really have to, we have sex toys and all that. So you don't have to entangle yourself and then entangle your emotions and all that just because you want sex from someone else. If you want to be with someone, if you want to be in a relationship, then you should be able to accommodate the responsibilities of a relationship and not just say, okay, I just want this part I just want that part, So give yourself time, think things through, build yourself, have self-worth, engage in solitary thinking, and all that. Just be by yourself and build yourself. Just be by yourself and give yourself space and all that. Don't jump into something else. And then another way that you can actually do that effectively is by keeping yourself busy. Keeping yourself busy with other things. So get a hobby or something, or focus on yourself. If there's a course that you've been wanting to do, or self-development thing you've been wanting to do, get into that. If you have a hobby that that you like, get into that. And if it's friends, you have friends that you can be with your friends, go out and all that. Just get busy and do something else in the interim, that will just create that space and help you get over yourself, or get over that person for that season, so that you don't, because of that, rush into something else that you don't really want, but you feel like, I don't have a choice, I need to. You don't need to, and you actually do have a choice. There's a choice for everything. We just sometimes choose the wrong choices because we feel like, I can't, I don't. But then you can actually do what you want, and you are able to stay by yourself. Like I said, love yourself, build yourself. Don't wait for anybody to make you worthy. You are worthy and you are enough as you are, even if you are not with anybody. Know that. It is important that you know that before getting into anything with anybody, so that it's not, I need somebody to complete me. You will never find somebody to complete you, because you're already complete. So thinking that, I need somebody to complete me, that means you are going to be dependent, and it's not good. Whether emotional dependency, whether psychological, sexual, whatever, it is not good. You have to be able to stand alone. That's always the best thing. And then you set new goals. And this is part, this also works with you being by yourself. It's only when you are by yourself that you can think things through and say, okay, so this is what I want going forward. Because you are able to evaluate what you've been through, and, the situationship, and what you saw that, okay, this is not what I want. Okay, this is what happened there. I don't want this going forward. So you are able to build new goals and say, okay, this is what I want. I want a relationship, and I want it to be this way, and you set new boundaries. This is the way to go, and this is the way to go. Okay, now, having said that, I know that, they say talk is cheap. So these things sometimes may not be so easy for some people. So some people may need to seek support. And when I say support, I mean, like, you may need to talk to someone, like some form of therapy. People don't like therapy in this part of the world. They just feel like if you say therapy, they are, I'm not mad. I don't have a psychological problem. I'm not bipolar, blah, 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 blah. There's nothing wrong with seeking therapy. It's just to make you better. Everybody needs it. One form of therapy for one thing or the other, because there's no perfect person. So if you don't want to go, take it a notch higher, if you don't want to go professionally, like if you don't want to see someone professionally, I'm sure you have mentors around, or people that you trust, their thinking, or people that you respect, and then you can go to them and talk to them. But you need support. There are people that need support, and then you need to talk to somebody. Let somebody be able to guide you through, and then, tell you what you need to hear, or tell you what needs to be heard. Not just what you need to hear, what needs to be heard that can help you move ahead. That is important. Then be patient with yourself. Like I said, don't because I'm getting out of something, so I need to get into something, or you now get out of something and then you now feel like I need to go and cry on somebody else's shoulder, and in the process of crying on somebody else's shoulder, you have entered another one. Crying shoulder situationship that will now lead to something else. No, so please don't do that to yourself. Be patient with yourself. If you need healing, heal. Give yourself time, give yourself space. Be by yourself. Learn to be by yourself. Learn to, like I said, do other things. If you have a hobby, if you need to read more books, if you need to take a course, anything on self-improvement, just give yourself time, and make sure that you are fully healed of that situationship, or of that whatever you call it. Just know that you are coming out fresh and you are refreshed, so that you don't bring the baggage of what you're coming from into whatever you are going to get into, newly. So please give yourself time. That is important. Now, I'm going to let you know how you know that you are in a situationship, because there are some people that will be wondering now that, I'm not in a situationship. Am I in a situationship? You may be in a situationship and you don't know that you are in a situationship. So, number one tip to find out if you are in a situationship is that the person you are in a situationship will not always be available, especially when you need them. And I'm not talking that, let's have a scenario here. Like you are in a situationship with somebody just for sex. Okay. And you call the person, let's hang, let's do this, we meet. So you only call each other when you want sex. That person is going to be available to you only for sex. Like if you really need support, some other form of support, maybe you are feeling vulnerable and then you need someone, a shoulder to cry on, you are feeling bad or something, that person will not be there. You will call and you see that the person is not there. Or you need some other form of help, you need assistance, something, or any other form of help. The person will usually not be there. They will only be there for, you want sex? Okay, yeah. Let's meet at so place. So if you're in that kind of situation that this person is only available for sex, or for this particular thing, but they are not available for other things, when you need them, especially when you need them the most, they are not available, then be sure to know that you are in a situationship. Okay, so another way for you to know if you are in a situationship is that this person that you are with, whenever you bring up relationship, the person will either pull away or change the topic, or just be rambling. They never give you any straight answer, because I know that there are some people like that. You just start, maybe there are some cases like that where nobody has asked. Maybe the man in question did not ask you out or say, okay, let's start a relationship, did not cut you and say, okay, I want to be with you, or that it just happened. Maybe it happened with a one night stand or at a party or anything, and then you just started, and then every time you now want to say, okay, what are we doing? Are we in a relationship? Okay, how do we? The person is always not interested. Maybe the person will be changing topic, or the person will be saying irrelevant things. That's a cue. You are in a situationship. It's not a real relationship. And then when you now decide that, when you start to pull away, like, this person, I'm not sure, and then you start to pull away, and then that's when the person now starts showing interest. When you now start to pull away, just know that the person is not real. The person is just trying to, show interest because you are pulling away. And once the person gets you fully back on track and gets what they want, they are off again. They are on and off. Somebody who is basically on and off. Today they are there, tomorrow they are not there. You are in a situationship. So please, this might be the right time for you to evaluate your relationships or situationships and check whatever ship that you are on. And if it is not what you want, I beg you, do not stay. Do not feel compelled that, I have to stay. Let me be managing. Nobody has a perfect relationship. No. If your ideals are not in place, if you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these are the things you want in a relationship, these are the things you want in your person, and you cannot find it in this person, do not say because one is there. Just pack your bags and leave, and then go and get something that suits you. Even if it's going to take a while, stay by yourself, because that way you are building yourself and you are giving more value to yourself. You even value yourself more, so that when something now comes along, you are able to choose and say, okay, no, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. But if you are going for everything that comes your way, you don't even have standard. You feel like, they say that there are more women in the world than men, let me just follow this one. Or the man too, you are thinking that, this one, they say there's no woman that is good, you can just nurture them to what you want. No. Don't do that to yourself. As much as we are all imperfect beings, and I know that you cannot find a perfect person, but like I said, if you have your list yourself and this person clicks like 3, 4, and then you just know that, okay, maybe it's 1 or 2 that, okay, it's not so right, it's something that you can work on or you can discuss, fine. But not that it's the other way around. You just have 2 and then 3 are not aligning. And even those 2 that are not aligning, let them not be the major. let them be the minor. Let it still be something that you feel like, okay, I can still live with this, but then it can be better, but you can still live with it. But if it's like it's a no on your list, please do not go ahead with that relationship or leave that relationship. And even if there's nothing else, like I said, if there's no one else, just stay by yourself and do not enter another relationship or situationship, because I know a lot of people, when they get out of a relationship, they now enter a situationship because they want to heal. I know that sometimes you heal, you can't heal alone, but you have to heal with somebody. But then you can also heal alone. And a lot of people make that mistake of saying, okay, because you are using somebody else to heal, and then you now enter, everything just gets complicated. So sometimes, most of the time, it is advisable for you to heal alone, heal by yourself. That does not mean you should not accept love when love comes, but heal. Make sure you are fully healed before you enter something else, so that you don't bring in the baggage from the past into the new. So now that you know how to get out of a situationship and how to recognize one, please do the needful. And I hope that I've also been able to clear the air for the person who reached out to me, and anybody else who is on this table. And if you know somebody who is also on this table, please do well to share this video and also like the video and subscribe so that you get notifications for our future videos, and also follow us on all our social media handles at The Eagle Online. And I'll see you next time. Don't forget to give a feedback. Don't forget to put your comments. Don't forget to reach out to me. I'll be seeing you.